Yeah, so we were just talking about the elsewhere, things outside of oneself.
That's
And,
everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything outside of you.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing inside of you, right? That's the truth and the fact of it. What's inside of you is the nothing. What's outside of you is the everything, so to speak. Be careful. Don't slip into dog poo. All right? Comment now.
Mm. Yeah, so does any of that, does any of the elsewhere help to bring one to, deeper realization, whatever you want to...
Well, if you have to practice to the degree where you're willing to face nothingness. Emptiness, let's say. Immateriality, the possibility of that. Not as a metaphysical sort of conclusion, particularly, but as an MO, modus operandi. In other words, that it is not out there to be found. It's in you. The best of what's out there to be found is not as important as what the essence is of you. What did Jesus say? The kingdom of God is within you. Not out there elsewhere. He would have said it. But what he said was more true to the spiritual approach. Because saying it's in you doesn't say anything. Where are you going to find it? Is it in your shirt pocket? Is it in your pants? Your girdle? Yeah, don't forget, it's got to come out of a certain kind of girdle. No. So it's not just in there. It's not in you in a certain way. We're not talking about your physical you, because that's a garbage bag. It's blood and guts. Your bones, blood and guts. So he's not talking about that inner, that kingdom within you. See? So we have to look a little bit deeper. You have to have some sense. See? So he's appealing, or that language appeals to the spirit in you. So that is within, it's like subatomic and yet larger than the universe. So what about that sort of proposition? So the smallest of the smallest, tiniest, and that's equal to the largest, greatest, grand, right? So, like there's no difference between the two. Yeah, that's relative to the kingdom. Right. We can say, well, what is he talking about? It doesn't exist. There's no kingdom in you. Well, maybe it's all around you. Maybe this is the kingdom. We don't see it. It might be that. We need to see and know and hear and touch and sense this kingdom that is this, all of this. See, now. Life. It's the kingdom. Then the question is, how does it show up for who? Good question. How does any of it equate with love, happiness, peace, and joy? Or, let's say, the opposite, the horrific things that we see being indulged in on the planet by not so intelligent beings. I dare say.
So then how does the notion of one's inner beingness being reflected on the outside? So if one was able to maybe have more of a relationship...
Well, that's a paradox. When you look at it closely, it's a paradox. And the paradox is key to enlightenment. I dare say. In fact, I must say. Because without one or the other, you have maybe both and neither. And this is getting closer to what it is. in terms of the profound relativity of everything you could know, have known, or will ever know. See? And we're talking about the step called dependent origination. It was a step on the path, a baby step. That everything comes from everything. Everything is everything. And because it's everything, it's nothing in particular. It's the one thing. Paradox. Always you.
Always you.